you say the Most High gave his word to everybody, right?
That bondage you living out right now. That bondage is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, if any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing.
Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man.
That's right.
And I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, this hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening, is in fact a If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. So Tower War, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. But before then, Thursday, it's going down at the Durham Armory, our annual all-black party. Last year was also the Hebrew Academy graduation dinner. This year, Commander General Yohana got something special for y'all. It is going down. What's happening? A full-blown Hebrew concert featuring Shar, UPK Natazal, Kwarak Ice. This is not something you want to miss. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time. sending curses to them enemies. You can
ISUPK presents the 54th annual Feast of Unleavened Bread. Last year we did it big. This year is going to be way big. More brotherhood, more sisterhood, more UPK. On Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, we're going to be at 421 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Sheraton Raleigh Hotel Ballroom. We're calling all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come join us.
to your third eye peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy. It's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early. This bitch is cheat code.
Remember, admission to the Passover is $200 per adult. That's $200 per adult. For more information, call 919-697-8257. Call 919-697-8257.
Something about the West Coast. Shh, don't tell nobody. Something about the West Coast. It makes me want
Okay, Salakia, trying to do had to do a sound check and get everything going. Salakia about that, Israel. As I was saying, Salakia, trying to had to do a sound check and get everything. As I was saying anyway, this is the Detroit law class. I'm officer of 1,000 Awadia. And of course, under Commanding General Yohana, man, who is the head of all of Israel. Okay, he is the head of all of Israel. He's been waking blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans up since he came into the school, and he maintained his integrity, man. He never left the school, and he never changed anything for his own gain, man. So big ups to Commander General Yohana for that, man, holding on to this truth, okay, and not laying down his sword as so many others did. For personal gain. He maintained his integrity and and look at the UPK now because he maintained his integrity, man. Okay, we're growing bigger and bigger every day. Now, with that being said, Salakia, about the issues, the sound, okay, and what we're gonna do now, as I was saying, that we're gonna talk a little bit about, because we got this Black History Month coming up. Black History Month coming up, man. Your oppressor gave us a Black History Month, man, and it's supposed to be a celebration of things that black, and we supposed to look at the people that's put in front of us and say, and be proud to be black, okay? One thing, guys, I was saying I never understood was how can the people that hate us then give us a Black History Month, okay? The month only got 28 days, which shows you that your so-called oppressor only gonna tolerate so much. And then the other 11 months, we catching hell. And even in Black History Month, we catching hell because, your oppressor, even in those times and days, he hates the fact that what? He hates the fact that what? That we even have a Black History Month, okay? That we even have, the water says, I got it under control, the water. Also, Salakia, if y'all got any questions, Okay, why can't I hear? Can I hear me? All right, Salakia. It sounds like y'all can hear me now. All right, Salakia. It sounds like y'all can hear me now. We must have a short in the cord or something. Salakia, yeah. So that's the thing. Just keeping on. Can't believe that an oppressor would give us a month, a time, or something like that to or anything to celebrate ourselves without pushing some form of an agenda behind it, okay? And with that, the first scripture we're gonna pull is let's get Ecclesiasticus in the Bible, not in the Apocrypha, the Ecclesiasticus, and we're gonna get 7 and 7, okay? Hopefully we got the sound thing fixed. I don't know what happened. I heard myself for a second and it went back out. But you know, we're going to keep this thing rocking, man. Okay? We're going to get Ecclesiasticus 7 and 7. And like I was saying, man, sometimes you can't see through the tricks of your enemy because what? We've been so indoctrinated into his way of life. Okay, Salakia, Israel. I'm just going to use this wireless mic because the cord keep coming out of this one. And I don't know what the problem was that we was having earlier. So I'm just going to use this wireless mic and get through the class. Let me test to make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, as long as y'all can hear me, we Tawab, and I'm going to rock it on out with this mic right here for the rest of the show. Slacky for the rest of the class. All right. So if we can, like I said, we're going to go to Ecclesiasticus 7 and 7, man. Ecclesiastes 7:7, man. Because your oppressor, don't think, and this is the problem because of the things that we go through in the world, man. Whether it be what we go through with because we in Christianity, whether it be because we just a person in the world that don't know, man. We will see something like Black History Month, man, and think what? And think our oppressor care about us, or think our oppressor have some sense of compassion towards us, or think that our oppressor is thinking about us in a positive way. Where, yeah, Black History Month do give us a time to pay tribute to the things, the contributions that blacks have made and the things that they have done. Okay? But that's something we should do, not just in February. We should always be mindful of those things. And sometimes we should just look at it for what it really is, because what happened? We may have gotten, they give us Martin Luther King, but guess what they don't give us? They never tell us about Christ being a black man. Okay? They never ever mention that. In fact, they do everything they can do to hide that from you, that Christ is a black man. Because think about our behavior, how it would change if we knew that Christ was a black man. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but when I was a kid, I was a younger man, a kid, 7, 8, 9, 10. I used to try to be the Bionic Man. I'm kind of revealing my age. Bionic Man, Superman, Spider. You always wanted to be those things. But all of those things are who? Oppressors. You get what I'm saying? It's all oppressors. So now imagine your behavior. So you look at them growing up as a child, and this is programming. This is programming certain things into you to make you think what? Your oppressor is just, he saved a day, he saved the world. The world was about to explode, and you can't, that's why so many people think that they can't live without the oppressor. Now imagine your mind frame, right? Imagine your mind frame if you was taught Christ was a black man. Imagine your mind frame if you was taught Christ was a black man, the angels is black, God is the Most High is black. Think about how it changes your behavior and how you would go about your everyday activities. Okay? It changes your behavior and it changes your everyday activities. It changes your whole outlook at life. Okay? It changes everything. But your oppressor, he does not want that for you. That's why you get Martin Luther King versus Christ. You get Martin Luther King versus Christ, okay? Let's get this first verse. So Ecclesiastes is 7:7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. We look at what's going on out here in the world, especially like brothers in the truth. We look at what's being done with brothers and sisters, and we get angry about those things. We seeing drugs getting pushed in our neighborhood. We angry about those things. We seeing sisters twerking on the internet. We get angry about them things. We seeing sisters. I heard today, because I really don't listen to the radio like that, honestly. I don't know whether it was Carly B or Meg, say some of the most, I don't know, disgusting stuff I've ever heard. Like good, disgusting to push on sisters, like, and sisters is getting these type of mind frame. Okay, they being influenced by this nonsense. Okay, our sisters getting influenced by this nonsense, and it's nonsense, man, because it's not teaching them how to be daughters of Zion. It's not teaching them how to be princesses of Israel. Our brothers, we get influenced by some of the stuff we hear, and it's not teaching us how to be men of Israel, man. It's not teaching us how to be stand up men, because we allow it to influence us, man. Okay? It's like, I ain't gonna go too far, but oppression maketh the wise man mad, man. Oppression maketh a wise man mad. You getting high. We seeing our brothers and sisters getting high every single day. And we know they shouldn't be getting high. They should be in the school, in one of these seats, learning, taking notes, studying, building themselves up as men. But they don't understand that, because what? The oppressor in the Christian church has taught them what? How to have a good time. They care more about having a good time than what the Lord is telling them to do. Than what the Lord is telling them to do. They care about just having a good time. It's just enjoyable for them. It's like, give me 1 second, y'all. I got to keep checking the sound because the sound kept messing up. So just give me 1 second. Let me just check it. Okay, we too wild. And again, if y'all, like I say, if y'all got questions, put y'all questions in the comment section and I will get to them. But yeah, so these things influence us, man, and we see these things, and it does what? It makes us angry. It makes people inside the truth angry, because when you in here, you have a job to do, man. And your job is to wake blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans up. That's your job. That's your, as we went over yesterday, this truth is your first wife, man. Your first love, man. And we see our people out there suffering, struggling to make ends meet. Think about the person that pre-COVID that you knew was struggling. Think about their struggle now as everything inflates and goes up, man. We see the hurt of our people, man. We see the hurt of our people, man. While nobody else cares, while nobody else give one damn or have any sense of compassion for any brother or sister, we do, man. We do in here, man. And we see how they being oppressed. And we see what they do to us inside of this kingdom, man. It says oppression maketh the wise man mad, man. When you come into this truth and you learn the tricks of your oppressor, man, and then you see what he's doing to our people, you get mad. You get mad. Reading on, and it says, and a gift destroys the heart. A gift, man. We get oppressed all. Just for 1 second. Just bear with me a second. Just bear with me 1 second. We get oppressed 11 months out of the year, and then we get a Black History Month with 28 days. Think about that for real. We get murdered in the streets. We starve in the ghettos, man. We starve in the ghettos. You say Black History Month and then shovel Martin Luther King down our damn throat. And so many of our brothers and sisters who not in the truth, man, they get caught up in that garbage, man. They get caught up in that. And because of that, and because they get that month, they think your oppressor care about you. Your oppressor is thinking about you, and just maybe he may have some sense of compassion for you. Some sense of compassion for you. Well, let me tell you, he does not. He does not. Black History Month been for all these years, and think about it, the same thing has been going on, man. The same thing has been going on. Your same enemy then is your enemy now. It has not changed. Okay? It has not changed. Nothing's changed for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay? Nothing is all good inside of this kingdom for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay? We shouldn't look at things and say, we shouldn't celebrate the way the oppressor would like us to celebrate. Okay? We should hold up what we should do, we shouldn't hold up the black men that push your oppressor agenda. What we should do is, we should hold up the men who really fought for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Who really fought for us, man. That's what we should do. That's what we should do, man. We should really fight for the people who we know actually cared about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. We shouldn't take the people that the enemy put in front of us. Okay? It said oppression maketh the wise man mad, and oppression does make a wise man mad. Let's get Psalms the 13th chapter, man. Psalms the 13th chapter. The scriptures say, never trust thy enemy, man. Never trust thy enemy. Even though I'm trying to touch on this so lightly, though. I'm not gonna go all the way in because the month come in next month, man. But I don't want to take anything the oppressor give me. That's just how I feel about it, man. We celebrate black people all the time around here in the ISUPK, man. We do it. We celebrate Christ being a black man. Give your oppressor his Martin Luther King back, man. We celebrate Christ being a black man around here. Okay? The Most High and the angels, they all black. Your oppressor will never ever teach you that and tell you that. They spend millions of dollars to hide that from you. Okay, a gift destroyed the heart. Oppression maketh the wise man mad, man. All right. Let's get who we at? Let's get Psalms 13, right? And 2. We're gonna pick it up at 2, Salakia. And it read, how long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? The things that we taking counsel in our soul, we looking at it and we like, man, what the F is going on out here, man? Because oppression, again, it makes a wise man mad. So we looking at what's going on out here in the world, and we looking at our people, and we looking at the things that's happening to them. Whether it be us, like when we go out there on the streets and the courts teach, whether we go out there and we just passing out flyers, whether we just going out there and we just doing interviews just to kind of touch bases with our people and see where their mind is at. Whatever it is we doing. Okay, whatever it is we doing. we looking at people and we seeing what? We seeing the struggle of our people, man. We seeing the condition of our people. And we looking at that, man, and it's tearing us apart because why? Because we understand that where we should be versus where we at. We understand where we could be versus where we're at, man. We understand that obeying the Lord would actually change everything. But they don't understand that because what? They've been destroyed. They've been destroyed by the oppressor on every angle, whether it's through TV, whether it's through music, commercials, like whatever angle or avenue that the oppressor can take, it's set up to keep us in a down state and keep them in an uplifted state. Okay, what we have to do is what? We have to realize and be bought into, and somebody gotta, you ever the heart machine, when somebody they gotta get shot back to life. That's what we need as a people, man. I can't think of the exact name of the machine, Salakia, but that's what we need. We need somebody to say clear, zip, and zap us back to life, man. And zap us back to realizing what? That we should follow the Most High. Because we get too complacent with something like Black History Month. Okay? We're way too complacent with something like that. We hear that and we think it's a time for us to celebrate and have such a great time. Where in this kingdom, man, inside of this kingdom that we in, our one focus should be getting free. Our one focus should be getting out of here. Our one focus should be waking brothers and sisters up to this truth, man. But as long as we have things like Christianity and Christian pastors and Salakia and things of that nature, man, it's always going to be, it's a constant fight. Okay? We taking counsel inside of our soul, man, and having sorrow in our heart because we see our people and we see the obstacles in front of us, man, and we see the things that slow them down or stop them. Let me give you an example. For example, for me, when I heard Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, I was hooked. I was hooked to this truth when I heard Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. That was it for me. I didn't want nothing else to do with nothing else. All that other garbage, I was done with it. Other brothers, they don't get it like that. So you might have to take it a step further. And other brothers just don't get it. I know the scriptures say, "My sheep hear my voice." I understand that. I understand that it say, "My sheep hear my voice." But man, it's still hard, man, when you try to, because you don't want any brother to fall behind, man. You don't want that. You don't want a brother falling behind. You don't want a brother getting a judgment against him because he just didn't want to listen to the Most High, man. You want to save every single brother, every single sister. You want all of us to be in the kingdom, man. This is a heavy job that we do, man. This is a heavy job, waking up brothers and sisters and trying to get them into the truth, man. This is not something that's easy, especially when you love your people. It's easy for a selfish man to do it. He can do it because he don't give a damn who come in there, because he's only about a personal gain, man. But when you sincerely love brothers and sisters, man, all of them, it's heartbreaking, man, because you don't want none of them to get left behind, man. So you have a daily sorrow, man. Okay? It says, and how long shall my enemy be exalted over me? How is your enemy exalted over you today, man? How is your enemy exalted over you today? Think about this. We not in our kingdom, but we in the kingdom of our enemy. Think about that. When you go to the gas station, to your corner, on the corner, by your house, wherever it's at, that's your enemy in there. Okay? When you struggling and you trying to get some help, you have to go to your enemy. When you this is how you know. Salakia. This is how you know the Bible is so real for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. It say we're going to serve our enemies in hunger and in thirst and in want of all things, man. Anything that we want inside of this kingdom, we have to go to where? Our oppressor to get it. Our enemy. Okay, it says, how long shall our enemies be exalted over thee? How long we going to be inside of this kingdom? I'll tell you how long we'll be inside this kingdom. I got the answer right here. And how do I have the answer? Because it's in the scriptures. Not because I'm a genius. Not because I'm something special. Got the answer right here because it's in the Bible, and the Most High said this is the answer. So I'm going to give it to you right now. Watch this. I'm going to blow your mind. Your mind ain't never heard an answer like this before. Until we start being obedient. Until we start being obedient. Like it's not a big thing, man. Until we start being obedient, man, we're going to forever be stuck in this situation. Until Christ return. That's what makes the ISUPK so great, because inside of here, we are building an army. We building an army, man. We are soldiers in here. We build an army in here. These are soldiers inside of this school, man. This is the army of Christ, for Christ that we building up in here, man. The army, this the army that Christ is gonna return and be proud to see. And be proud to see, man. Like we brought out yesterday, we not gonna have no weak man, effeminate man, alphabet community men, things of that nature, man. Alternative lifestyle and all that junk and garbage. That won't be inside of here. You won't pollute this body. In here, inside of this school, you will never pollute this body with a bunch of garbage. Okay? It won't be allowed in here. All right. So how long, man? How long will I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow inside my heart? We just have to do what? The opposite of what got us into this situation. And stop allowing our oppressor to do what? every time he give us something, we get more complacent with it. Everybody all over the world marching, marching and tearing up whatever they was doing. And then what? Once the money came in, Black Lives Matter was done with. You don't even hear about that no more. It came to naught, to nothing. Because it was about nothing. As anything else, nothing. We will accomplish nothing inside of this kingdom if it's not rooted in the law, statutes, and commandments. And it's only one place that you can find something like that, man. That's in the ISUPK, man. This is the only place that is rooted in the law, statutes, and commandments. If you notice and you go look at all them other, like, let's just say fake Israelite groups, all of them got fringes at the bottom of their t-shirt. That's like a fake Israelite group starter kit. The first thing you do is when you start your fake group is you put fringes at the bottom of your t-shirt. That's not of the Most High. That's not a group that's rooted in the truth, man. They're just another group that's in the way or a distraction. It's a distraction to do what? To keep you from getting to the truth. To keep you from getting to the truth. Why? Because no different than the Christian church. The only thing they can care about is what? Is filling their pockets up. A lot of fake Israelite groups, man, some of their leaders, they make it rich. Because people coming out of the world and coming out of Christianity, they don't know no better. And it sounds so good once they get in there and they break it down, the scriptures that they done got from us. And they just breaking down and getting the money out of your pocket, man. So that's all they doing. They're not giving you anything of substance. No different than the Christian church, man. No different. They're no different, man. Okay. Let's jump down to 4 right quick. Salakia. Gotta cut it a little bit. I'm time's sake. It says, "Least my enemies say, I have prevailed against him." They think, you know how long inside this kingdom your oppressor probably thought he prevailed against us until he started seeing everything starting to crumble around him? He thought giving us Black History Month would have him prevailing against us. Y'all like to smoke weed, so he made weed legal. So you can smoke all the goddamn weed you want to. Now everybody is getting high everywhere. Okay? And it didn't just start now. If I don't want to give my age up too much, but it started with Dr. Dre the Chronic. Y'all remember that Dr. Dre the Chronic album? That's when weed exploded on the scene. Okay? It was still illegal, but now your oppressor is making it legal, man. You used to have a card back in the day. Now they got places you can just walk into, man. He think he is prevailing against you because the more you stay high, the more you will never learn the truth, because you'll enjoy getting high and having a good time more than the truth. So your oppressor think he prevailing against you, man. You just go ahead and you keep getting high, and you keep on. So you get high, you pop holes, you go to the strip club. It's just, this place is just one big have a good time to you, man. You don't. The scriptures say this. It says, my people don't know, neither do they consider. You don't even consider the Lord. You don't consider the Most High. You walk past us 30 times. Take a flyer every single time you walk past us. Never read the flyer one dang on time. Never called the number on the flyer one dang on time. That's why the scriptures say my people don't consider. We don't know and we don't consider, man. We consider the Lord, man. This captivity that we in right here is such an evil and wicked captivity, man. This is, I don't know, but I would think that this is the worst captivity we've ever been in. Because, and I say that because in here we don't even have a clue as to who we are. Of course, we do know that in the Greek time, in the time of the Greek, when the Greek was oppressing us, it was unlawful for us to know who we were. But good night. What they is doing here, man, crack and drug, like good night. What we got? What ice, methamphetamines, man. The things that we have to fight off inside of this kingdom. I don't know if the drugs was that bad back then as it is today, man. But the thing is, they able to do all these things and attack us the way they is. Why? Because we refuse to do what? We refuse to listen to the Lord. Because we don't even realize that we so used to being oppressed. It's normal to us. It's normal to us. We don't even. And every time your oppressor give you something, or do something for you, or tell you to celebrate this person, you think that it's something that he's doing to uplift us, when it's not. Who the hell want to follow the way of Martin Luther King? You get bust up inside the head with a rock and you just keep on going. People spitting on you and who the hell want to live like that? I'm gonna tell you now. Don't do it to me. Wrong person here. Okay. Wrong person right here. Just leave. Just don't do it. Okay, I'm not with that. Turning the other cheek, but it's all that stuff is talking about turning the other cheek with your brother, man. When it's talking about your neighbor, it's talking about your brother. When it's talking about the stranger, it's talking about your brother. It's not talking about your enemy. It's not talking about somebody from another nation. That's why Psalms 147 is say, he showeth his word unto Jacob. And he ain't dealt so with any other nation, man. Because these things that we read about inside these scriptures, although you may hear about another nation or something, it's about our dealings with another nation. It's about our dealings with another nation. Slacky, give me 1 second. Let me check and make sure I do not have any questions. I just need to check and make sure I don't have no questions. All right. Bear with me, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me check Facebook right quick. And again, like I said, if y'all in that Jackson area, man, y'all might want to just come down here and break some bread with your brothers. Man, come to the school, man, and figure it out. and find out. So like I said, figure it out and find out, man, about this brotherhood, man. Don't come on down. If you don't got a ride, we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure out how to get you here and back. You don't have to worry about that, man. That's how strong the brotherhood is in here, man. That's how strong the brotherhood is in here, man. You won't go without. Not in this house you won't. This is one body. We are together. You always have your brothers to lean on. Don't ever think you by yourself. You're never by yourself. Reading verse 4, and it say, "Least my enemies say, I have prevailed against him. And those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved." Anybody, y'all know in the book of Genesis, in that 49th chapter, where it say Judah will be like a lion getting ready to pounce on the prey, and then all of a sudden we'll just roll over. That's how we be inside of this kingdom. The Bible is this Bible is one of the most heaviest. This Bible is so true, and this is how you know it's talking about us, right? We are riled up like we getting ready to do something, and then Black History Month we'll just roll over. Valentine's Day we'll just roll, everything will stop. We won't care about the issues that we're going through, because they opened up the weed house and you don't need a card no more. You could just walk into the weed house and just buy weed. And they putting 2 on every goddamn corner here in Detroit. So you will never be without weed. You'll always be able to get high, and you don't ever have to consider or worry about what the Most High wants you to do. Okay? So you will always have Black History Month, and you will never think that your oppressor really wants to destroy you. He's just giving you things to pacify you and keep you complacent while he murders you, while he locks you up in jail. Okay? While he destroys black families. You get pacified with things, and you don't consider what's being done to you. How long will this last, man? Until we do what? What do we have to do? It's an action that we have to take. It's an action that we have to take, man. And that's following the law, statutes, and commandment, man. And that's following the law, statutes. It shows you how important that is, because what does the law, statutes, and commandments do? It teach you what? It teach you how to deal with the brother if you have an ought with a brother. It says if you have an ought with a brother, do what? You pull that brother to the side and you talk to that brother. That keeps you from doing what? From, like people say, you don't front me off like that. Now you pull a brother to the side and now you talk to him, and then what happens? Cooler heads prevail, man. Now he a little calm. Now he don't feel no type of way because he don't feel like you putting him on the spot or on blast or something like that. Cooler heads can prevail. Our people starving out here in this kingdom. They say it's the most richest and powerfulest kingdom ever. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans inside this kingdom is starving. Well, the scriptures got the answer. How do we stop people from starving? We get the grapes on the inside, and the grapes on the outside we leave for the people that's hungry. To make sure what? They eat. To make sure they eat, man. You leave the grapes on the outside of the gate for them, man. You don't pick everything clean. Your oppressor will pick everything clean, leave them on the outside of the gate, and eat the grapes right in their dang gone face. That's how he would do you and I, man. That's exactly how he would do you and I, and wouldn't give one damn about it. Okay. From here, let's get Proverbs. Let's get Proverbs. So like, give me 1 second. Yeah, your oppressor would do that, man. Because your oppressor hates you. And that's why your oppressor would do something like that, because your oppressor hates you. It's like, give me 1 second. I got to turn this heat on. It's starting to get a little nippy in here. Give me one. Yeah, Salaki, I had to turn that heat on. This is man, there's a heck of a snowing going on out there, so I had to get that heat on. Salakia. Yeah, matter of fact, let's go back to Lamentations. Oh, Salaki, let's go to Lamentations. I say it back. Let's go to Lamentations. Let's get it. Yeah, anyway, Salakia, like I was saying, man, your oppressor it's no way. That's why the scriptures say this. The scriptures say, envy not thy oppressor and choose none of his ways. You should never be in agreement with your enemy that wants to destroy you. We should look at everything. We should look at everything in every avenue that the oppressor brings up against us, and we should fully examine it, because a lot of the stuff he do is what on the surface. On the surface, it looks good. On the surface, it looks great. It may seem good on the surface, but your oppressor, what? He always has a underlying agenda. He always has an underlying agenda. To do what? To destroy you. Civil rights. Think about something like the civil rights movement. It seems on the outside, it seems so great. You get your voters' rights, and we get to come together, and everybody is one, and that would make everything better. That I don't understand how they thought that coming together with your oppressor would stop them from killing you. You see what you see that? Coming together with an enemy who is murdering you and turning the other cheek. How does that stop them from wanting to kill you? How does that stop them from hating you? That's why I say a gift destroyeth the heart. You push this civil rights movement, right? And you get the right to vote, and you get the right to come into their restaurants and eat a hamburger. In other words, you get nothing. I don't believe they was voting when Black Wall Street was built. Do you? We wasn't voting then. But yet we built Black Wall Street. So instead of using that as an example, what did they do? They used the civil rights movement. We never needed our oppressor for anything. It just always seemed that way. It just always seemed that. They make it seem like that because what? They in control of so much, and they know what? We don't know who we are. We don't know no better. But the Most High never wanted us. The Most High never wanted us to be joined to another nation. Okay? The most High never wanted us to be hand in hand with oppressor children. This is and you know the Bible is so true because of what? Because look at what's going on out there. Look outside your door. Like, we don't need, when we read these scriptures, man, our everyday life tell us that these scriptures are so true, man. It's just that a lot of us never heard it broke down like this because we've always been dibble-dabbling into whatever it is that we've been into. Whether it be Christianity, Islam, spiritualists, or we just never been a part of none of that, or we just felt like we just read the scriptures on our own. We still always, it's always like all of that stuff is really rooted in Christianity. It's not until you come in here that you realize the difference. Like, give me 1 second. I got to check one more time and make sure I don't have any questions. It's not until you come in here that you realize there's a big difference as to what's going on and what's real and what's not. Just got to check. Give me 1 second here. Let me check these couple of chats and make sure I do not have any questions. All right, cool. We Tawab. But yeah. So we don't actually need our oppressor. The hell we need him for? And if you notice, anytime we've ever tried to come together, guess what? Here come your oppressor trying to join with us. He's not trying to join with us to help us. He's trying to join in to try to figure some kind of way of how to break us up. Never trust. That's why the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy. For as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. So shall he try to figure out a way to destroy and bring down what it is that we building up, man. Okay? Let's get Psalms 133, Salakia. I talked on. Just get Psalms 133 right quick. Because we're wearing down. It's 8:30 already, so Salakia. We don't realize, Salaki, before we go there, I gotta pull this. Before we go there, I have to pull this. Let's get Zephaniah 2:1, Salakia, and then we'll go to Psalms. Yeah, Salakia. We don't need our oppressor. We need each other. Each other is who we need. We need each other. We need to figure out, we don't even need to figure out a game plan. We already have a game plan laid out in front of us that shows us how to live, how to treat each other, how to conduct ourselves. We have the game plan. We need to start executing the game plan. Because we got the game plan. We need to start executing the game plan. And how do we start executing the game plan? This is the first step in executing the game plan right here. This is Zephaniah 2:1, man. It reads, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired. Read it again. It says, gather yourselves together. Gather ourselves together. This is the first step that we have to take. We have to actually start gathering ourselves together. It's a come together thing. And it's a lot easier than people think. It's just that your oppressor has put so many obstacles and things inside your way. It's a lot easier because nobody's ego is in the way. Nobody being on top and all things of that nature and following what this person say and that person say. We only doing one thing. We gathering together under the laws, statutes, and commandments. You see how that take it off of, I'm going to use myself as an example. That take it off of what I think is right. That take it off of what the next person may think is right. It takes it off all of those things, man. We don't have to assume what is right according to how we feel or how we may think about something, man. The Lord, the Most High, has already put things in place, man. The Lord has already put things in place for us. We already have laws, statutes, and commandments. We already have how to operate our government. We already have those things in place. Okay? So we don't never need anything from the oppressor. And of course, that's what we do here in ISUPK. Of course, under Commander General Yohana, of course that's what we do in here. You better understand that and get that corrected. We do that in here, man. You actually have, when they say gather yourself together, you actually have a place where you can come and we do the very things that will get us out of this captivity. So if you really a brother or sister and you really sick of being inside of this captivity, here, inside of here is the place, man, where you want to be. If you're really tired of it, though, if you really want to change, if you really love the Most High and really want to follow and do what He say, and here is the place you want to be, man. In here, because out there, man, they don't give a dog on about you, man. Gather yourselves together. This is the place. This is the place that the Lord set up, man. No man set this place up. Make no mistake about it. The Lord set this place up, man. He set this place up for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. The ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, man, is your umbrella from the rain. Okay? You just have to make it up inside of your mind that you want to serve the Lord. Okay? Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. If you black, Hispanic, and Native American, man, tell me where you are desired inside of this earth, man. Okay, that's what I thought. The only way we can be desired is amongst ourselves, man. We have to prefer one another, man. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, where do we even have a land that we can call our own? Your oppressor oppresses you wherever you go. You cannot escape your so-called oppressor, man. That's why it's important we gather ourselves together, man. And stop falling for your oppressor gifts. Every time you try to see us come together, here he come with some money or some philosophy where we feel like we have to let him in. We have to let him be a part of what we're doing. Not in here, man. Your oppressor will never come in here and be a part of this, man. In here, you will actually free. You will actually learn how to be free. In here. In here, you will actually deal with people who understand what the hell you going through out there in the world. People who actually care about what you're going through and the things that's being done to you. Because so many of us, it's happening to us. So many of us. We come from the same place you come from. In here, man. But we have to do what? Gather ourselves together. That's why it's so heavy, man. We talk about one body. One body. This is the ISUPK is where it all started, man. Looking at like fake Israelite groups of things, they don't believe in one body. And here we believe in one body. If they believed in one body, then why they over there doing whatever it is they doing? Why are they not here? Because they don't believe in one body, man. They don't believe in what the scriptures say. You think they haven't read this? That we supposed to gather ourselves together? They read it. They just don't care. They care about one thing, whatever it is that they lust after. And that's why they're Christian. Because they think just like a Christian. They think just like a Christian, only caring about what? Whatever it is that they lust after. It's like I be trying to make sure I don't miss nobody's question. So give me 1 second, let me check right quick, and then we're going to carry on. Okay, Most High in Christ, man. No questions. Most High in Christ. So yeah, man. Don't ever think. Don't ever think it's a way that you could just do this by yourself. You might Like you might be talking to a brother or something, and that brother might just be one of them brothers who just feel like they could just sit in a room by themselves. I say that a couple of times because I promise you, I know a few brothers like that, man. They think just sitting in their room, reading the Bible, God miraculously is going to put something inside of their head, and they're going to be the prophet Isaiah. Not literally, but they think that's how it works. When that's not how it works. Which is why they still fighting the same obstacles that they fighting. They don't understand that they need to come and be a part of the brotherhood and get in one body. For some reason, that scripture keep flying over their head. For some reason. They can't grasp that, man. That don't register to them. I pray for the brothers, you know, and every now and again I try to talk to them. But they just, for some reason, they think sitting in a room reading the Bible, they got all the knowledge. They want to debate me too much. Come on, man. I don't have time to debate them. Well, do what you want to do, man. do. You got it. The Most High gonna zap something inside your head. Go right on the head, man. He'll zap it in there sooner or later. You just keep on going. Don't you worry about it. It'll zap. That's how they actually, that's because of Christianity that they think that it works that way. They think the prophets was just sitting there, and then the information just zapped inside their head. They was just walking up the street one day, and then zap. They got it. They knew how to tell the past, present, and the future. Just zap. That's not how this thing works, man. But if you talk to them, they swear they're not Christian, but they have to take the Christianity off of them. Salakia. Let's get Psalms 133. For time's sake, man. Salakia. Psalms 133, and it says, "Behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brothers to dwell together in unity." It is think about something like Black Wall Street, man. We built that with none of the oppressor help, man. These are the things that Black Hispanics and Native Americans we can do without the oppressor help. Like, you may think the oppressor care about you by giving you something like a Black History Month. But if your oppressor really cared about you, it's one thing he would do. If he genuinely cared about you, and this I promise you, your oppressor thing. Leave us just leave us alone. Leave us alone. Don't bother us. Walk away from us right now and leave us the hell alone. And I guarantee you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we will figure this thing out, and we will build something greater than they ever seen. And a lot of y'all don't understand that is the reason he won't leave us alone. Because when we did Black Wall Street, they were suffering on the outside of that. While we was up, while we was prospering, they were not. See, we don't need them. They need us. And then after they destroyed Black Wall Street, what did they do? They came up with the idea of integration, because you can't have that again. Because what is common sense? Common sense is, okay, we would have been fighting to do what? To keep them away from us because they're hanging us from trees. They're hanging us from trees. So what we would have fought harder to do what? Keep them away from us. You don't run to the furnace to jump in the fire. That doesn't make sense. You want to stay away from the furnace. You want to stay away from it. That makes no. So to join to people that's murdering you, that makes absolutely zero sense. What does make sense is staying away from them, though. That does make sense. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. You don't want to be joined to somebody who murders you, which will show you how heavy the Bible is. Cause what did Joseph do when we was in Egypt? He said, "Nah, y'all don't go down there. Y'all go over here, and we'll tell them that y'all just sheep, that y'all manage the sheep." It's like I'm paraphrasing, of course. And that's what we'll tell them about y'all. Don't go down there and mix and mingle with the Egyptians. Why? Because the Lord never intended for us to be together. That's why He separated all of the nations. Now, of course, your oppressor, he think he think he greater than the Most High. He done set himself on high. So what does he say? He say all nations can come together. And he lead the charge on that, don't he? Here's why he leads the charge on all nations coming together. Because if he's leading the charge, guess what? All nations is coming together under him. All nations is coming together under him. Just another form of conquering everybody. We have to be wiser than that as a people, man. And as it get closer and closer to the end, we notice that more and more brothers is waking up. More and more brothers and sisters is waking up every day, man. And I thank the Most High for that, because as we push forward in this thing, man, and we get closer and closer to that time, my prayers is that every brother and sisters, man, every brother and sister, we all make it, man. And that's what we strive for inside the UPK. That every brother and sister make it. You hear these other fake camps talking about this and that and always dogging brothers and dogging sisters out. Not in here, man. Commander General Yohana has taught us how to love every brother and sister, man. Every single one of them, man. And we go out there to try, and we strive to wake up every brother and sister, man, and bring them into this truth, man. No matter what the obstacles is against us. Okay? And with that, shalom, Israel.